Okay, here's how you become an LP in the AvaxSportsBook. First, you go to the LP page, and you see here this account here has he's the only LP in this little simulation here. He has 200,000 shares. The shares are just a way to measure like ownership. It's pro rata ownership. It's a simple math formula. These are not tokens. You cannot withdraw your shares. It's just a way to keep track of your percent ownership. Basically, he owns 100% of all the LP capital. Since the LP capital is 18.4, that means his share value is 18.4. If he owned 50%, he'd own 9.2. Anyway, he can withdraw after 2 periods. It's 2 settlements. We do that to prevent this arbitrage where someone could come into a match book, right when games start, put in a lot of money, and then take it out right after settlement and make a sure thing profit, and that would be not fair to the existing LPs who are taking real risk. So you want to have them at least take a period where they're taking on unknown exposures. But anyway, he's been around a while, so he can now withdraw, and so he has 200,000 shares. Let's just say he takes out half of that. If he takes out half, the shares basically disappear, and then he'll get 9.2 AVAX sent to his external account. So he withdraws, go here, and boom, there it goes. So it'll take about 10 to 20 seconds for that to show up. Now, there's 18.4 AVAX in there, but 35% of it is locked. That's because there already have been a couple bets, and the LPs are collateralizing the other side, so they cannot withdraw that until settlement. At settlement, there's a whole day when there's nothing going on. That is, there's no slate of new bets. The old bets are settled, and so there's always at least one 24-hour period where there will be nothing locked. So that constraint isn't too severe. And other withdrawal restrictions are you cannot fund or withdraw when games are active. That is from Friday night to settlement, which is completed Monday night. So you cannot do that then either, because there may be a big win on a big game where the LPs had a big exposure, and if everyone knew that there was a lot of money to be made, they just put in a lot of money conditional upon that information, and that wouldn't be fair. So when games are active, there's no LP withdrawals or funding. And so those are the 3 LP restrictions on the withdrawals. Lock capital amount, at least 2 settlements, and then not when games are active on the weekends. Now, during the first 20 weeks or so, you can claim rewards, distributing 60% of the tokens in the Oracle. Half the money, the VIG is 4.5%, and it's split 50-50 between the LPs who take risk, economic risk by taking the other side, providing instant collateral to to these bettors, and the other half goes to the Oracle. And so, but who's the Oracle? Well, they can claim these rewards, and 60% will be given out this way. So he can claim rewards here. He is actually the only token holder too. He's got 150 million tokens in the account. So if I go back to the LP page and he claims his reward here, because he's been in there a while. So it's 30 million are distributed each week on a pro rata basis. Since he's 100% owner, he'll get 30 million. If he was 50% owner, he'd get 15 million. So let's go back here, make sure they show up in Oracle. Yep, we see the 30 million was added to his, and it's added directly to the Oracle contract, so it can stay there and do what these tokens are supposed to do. These are regular tokens, though. You can withdraw them. It's mainly so you can withdraw them and trade them. However, they don't earn money. They only earn money if they're in the Oracle contract and people are voting. But I'll have a separate explainer on what the Oracle token holders do. But back to the LP petting page. If I go to the, let's just switch an account to somebody who doesn't have anything in there. I have to refresh the page when I switch accounts. So I do that. He has none. Well, there's 9.2 AVAX in there. Let's just say he wants to match that. He'll be at 50%. Let's say 2015. He'll fund his account. He can fund because it's not the weekend. And if I go here, now he's going to have 50% ownership, and this total LP capital will go up to 18.4 when they get processed. And then he can, once he has money in there, he can claim rewards right away. However, your first claim of the reward, you don't get any tokens. You just start the clock. So he'll just do this, and you do this every week until there are no tokens remaining in the Oracle contract. But he does this right away, and then wait till settle, and then do it again, basically every week. And if you don't want to do the job of being a token holder, you can always withdraw them and presumably sell them. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. I think the main constraint on this, the main interesting problem for these LPs, it's pretty easy money, obviously. I mean, that's why we have those big hotels in Vegas. Because if you look at, I have a spreadsheet on the GitHub of all the games going back 10 years, all the what were the odds and what were the scores, and if you simulate, how much money they make, well, it's not risk-free. There were months, these are by month, there were months where this simulation, I assumed that just everyone bet like equal $1 on each side, which it's not the best back test. But anyway, it's close. The thing is, when you have a VIG of 4.5%, not a huge risk. The real problem is if there's too much money in here, the returns are going to be very small. And if there's too little, then people are leaving money on the table because bettors are going away, and presumably you could make more money if there was more capital in there that would allow bettors to, do their thing. So something for them to watch. But that's all you have to do to be an LP on the AvaxSportsBook.